Hi, I'm Kalia, and I'm going to be 65 on my next birthday next month, and I don't have a retirement income. So I am reinventing myself and starting over. I've had a business for the last 20 years online, helping people to recover from toxic relationships and toxic relationship patterns. And that business started to dry up post COVID. And as all the effort I've put into trying to rebuild it hasn't quite panned out. I'm still working with some clients from the past, but new clients aren't really coming in because I'm not being found in the same ways anymore. And I looked at that as kind of a redirection anyway, because at 65 with no retirement income, I don't want to have to be always trading time for dollars. That's not sustainable in the future. And so I was led to building residual income. And the best model I could find for building residual income was affiliate marketing plus a membership model. Affiliate marketing is when you get paid a commission for every referral that signs up for the product or service that that company is offering. And the membership model is when somebody signs up on a membership or a subscription and where they're paying monthly. So you are getting paid residual income monthly on the same person. So you refer once and get paid over and over again. And that was what really clicked for me. It's like, that's how I can do this. That's what I can do to build a retirement income. I don't have a pension. I've got a modest Social Security. So in place of a pension, I am going to build an affiliate marketing business. This is new for me. I do have the advantage, as some might say, of having been online for 20 years, but the landscape online has changed so much. It's become a lot more challenging and competitive. A lot more people have gone online, especially since COVID. But the thing is that the make money online space is the biggest niche in the world right now. With the economy being what it is, more and more people are going online trying to make money, trying to figure out how to make money. And it's a very crowded marketplace, obviously, but it doesn't mean that you can't be successful and you can't find the people that want and need what you have to offer. And so I have decided to embrace this journey. And I found a company that I feel really good about that I have aligned with. And so I'm going on that journey to be successful at something I haven't really done before. And it's scary. It's frightening because we all worry when we start something new that we're not going to be successful, that something's going to go wrong, that we don't have what it takes, that it's a scam, whatever it is that we're feeling. And in order to be successful, we have to move through those fears. And that's exactly what I'm doing, is I'm moving through my own fears because I have done a lot of stops and starts in the last 3 years when things didn't pan out the way that I wanted them to. With my business drying up, I see that as an opportunity, like it's a redirection. Because, like I said, that model wasn't sustainable going into my future. I'm somebody that has been traveling every summer for the last 10 years in my minivan that I had converted into a camper, and then my truck camper. And that's been a really important part of my life. I live in Arizona, so it gets really hot in the summer, and it's really great to get out of here. So I don't want to give up that part of my life. I want to do it more, actually. And so continuing to work online is really important to me, to be able to travel and live life, and maybe even slow down a little bit, because when you have affiliate income coming in month after month, you're not trading time for dollars. You are finding the people that want and need what you have to offer. And once they come on board and start becoming a member or have a subscription with the product or service that you're offering, then that will pay you month after month. And so you're not having to not only trade time for money, but all that marketing that I was doing, I could be putting that marketing in another area like this and be building something for my future. I'm feeling positive. If I started this channel 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, I wouldn't be in the same place, because I really have gone through a dark night of the soul. I've gone through a lot of depression about what's to become of me, what's going to happen in my future. Am I going to have to lose my home? Am I going to live full time in my truck camper? What's next for me? And it really felt limiting. I felt like I was living more in that depression of what will become of me, instead of the excitement of building something new. And one thing I talked about a lot in my coaching business, where I help people to overcome limiting beliefs and break free of old patterns, is that we often find ourselves moving through a dark night of the soul, which is when the identity that we've been living under falls apart, when we go through a type of death of the old. And we're living in a time of a liminal space where we don't know what's next. We don't know what to do or where to go. So it's kind of like the metamorphosis of the caterpillar, that we are in this space where the old is dissolving, the caterpillar body is dissolving, but the butterfly hasn't yet formed. And when we're in that space, it can be frightening, and we can be very depressed and lost for direction. So I have been living in that space for quite a long time now. And when I really started wrapping my mind around that I could actually do something different, that I'm not dead yet, that I have probably a good 30 to 40 years left in me, because I'm healthy and I'm energetic and I have a lot to offer yet. And maybe even that I have more to offer than I ever have. Because one thing we have with age is wisdom. We have experience. And we can use that experience and that wisdom for good in the world. And I really believe that is true for everybody that is 50, 60, 70, 80, that your life matters. What you've done matters. You have a lot of wisdom to share, and you just need to find the courage within you to share it. Now, I've been sharing and talking about this kind of thing for a very long time. I became a clinical hypnotherapist when I was 26 years old, and I've been pretty much in business for myself for a very long time, helping people. And so that's my thing. That's what I love to do. And the business that I'm getting into will have no less of that element of helping people, because that's really what we do. when we are promoting a product or a service is we are helping people. And in my particular company that I'm working with, it has that real strong personal development, personal growth piece where we know that if you don't commit to a growth path, that you're probably not going to be successful, because we all have these fears that stop us. And we have to go outside of our comfort zone in order to break through and go the next level and have the level of success that we want. We have to break through our comfort zone. So most of us, we're kind of bumping up against that comfort zone and we stop right there. And we might sink back down because it's uncomfortable. We don't like to be uncomfortable. We like to be comfortable. But guess what? The success journey is not a comfortable journey. It's a journey of breaking through and becoming a better version of ourselves, and then breaking through again and becoming an even greater version of ourselves. I believe that we have to dream big, that there is no limits to our dreams. And one thing I can tell you in my experience is that when you've lived a long time, when you've reached what they call your senior years, you not only have wisdom and experience, but you also have a lifetime of losses, griefs, disappointments, and failures. And we can really allow those failures in life to stop us from believing in ourselves, believing that we can create something worthwhile in our lives. And I've even seen this a lot with people that are really destitute in their later years, and they surrender to that destitution. And I understand that because I did that myself. But my spirit was guiding me to have a different outlook on life, to not surrender to destitution, to failure, to loss, and instead turn me around and have me start rebuilding something worthwhile in my life. And as soon as I start putting my energy into rebuilding and building something beautiful in my life, things change. My attitude changes. My outlook on changes. My vision for the future changes, and I start dreaming again. I think one of the most dangerous things we can do is let our dreams die, or not have dreams to begin with anymore because we're afraid to dream because our dreams have fallen apart in the past. But that energy of dreaming really has this potential to pull us forward in life. And so I feel so much better having a dream again. It's really bringing me out the other side of this dark night of the soul, of this metamorphosis process, which is why I'm calling my channel my Reinvention journey, because it's really a rebirth. People are more familiar with the term reinvention, but it's really, I've gone through a death and I'm going through a rebirth of a new version of myself that didn't exist in the past. And I'm excited about this new version of myself because there's a lot more energy to it. I'm a lot happier and a lot more hopeful. And so that's one thing that I really want to offer people, is that hope again, that knowing that you too, if you're in a similar position, or even if you're younger and you're not at retirement age, but you find yourself backed up against a wall, or you find that, you've lost your job, you've lost your career, or you just can't do it anymore. Because in my business, I worked with a lot of different people, and people were really getting burned out on the corporate, because corporate structures, a lot of them are just built to bleed you for everything you have, to take all of your energy so you don't have any energy left for your life. And that's not the way we're supposed to live. So there's a lot of people that are burned out and looking for another way. Burnout is another really popular term that's circulating on the internet now, because so many people are there. They're just like, I can't do it anymore. So what do we do when we can't do it anymore? We find something that works. We find something that we can do. And that's why so many people are coming online looking for, how can I make an income online? Well, you can make an income online, but it's going to take work. It's going to take faith in yourself. And it's not going to be easy. And I think that's where people go wrong, is I believe that a lot of people are promoting business opportunities online as if it's a get-rich-quick proposition. And there's no such thing as get-rich-quick. You have to become rich inside of yourself first, because you can't have internal poverty and attract external riches. You have to have a belief in yourself and a mindset and a commitment that you're going to stick with something and do the work. And if you're failing and things aren't working, then you just need to pivot and do it a little bit differently. And you need to find the people that are doing it successfully and align with them, because we are most like the top 5 people that we surround ourselves with. So who are you surrounding yourselves with? And I've had to look at that too. So I'm very excited myself to break through my own limitations, the things that are preventing me from moving forward and having the level of success that I seek in my life. And if this sounds interesting to you, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and come along with me on my reinvention journey. It would be so great to have you with me. And if you're curious about what I'm doing, I will put a link in the description. Thanks so much for being with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.